Hello all, welcome to Study with you Mahi. In this video, we are going to discuss about the Economic Survey of India 2024-25. What is Economic Survey? Economic Survey is nothing but the annual document presented by the Ministry of Finance of Government of India. It provides the analysis of the country's economic performance over the past year and highlights the important developments, challenges, and achievements in the economy. Development, challenges, and achievements in the economy. The economic survey is typically presented day before the union budget in the parliament. It is presented in the parliament by whom? By the Ministry of Finance of Government of India. Unlike the union budget, which is mandatory and legally required, the economic survey is not compulsory. The first economic survey was presented in 1950-51. Initially, it is presented along with the budget until 1964. Now, it is presented separately each year, usually on Jan 31st. These are all the facts which are very important for the exams. Try to remember the when it was first presented and it is now presenting on which date and when it separated from the budget and it is presented by whom. Next, the economic survey comprises of 13 chapters, analyzes various aspects of Indian economy. Here is the list of chapters included in the economic survey. State of the economy, monetary and the financial sector, external sector, prices and inflation, medium-term outlook, investment and infrastructure, industry, services, agriculture and food management, climate and environment, social sector, employment and skill development, at last labor in the AI era. These are all the 13 chapters which are included in the economic survey of 2025. We have learned that economic survey is presented in the parliament by the Ministry of Finance of Government of India. But it is not prepared by the finance minister. It is prepared by economic division of the Department of Economic Affairs in the Ministry of Finance under the supervision of the Chief Economic Advisor. This is the very important point. Ministry of Finance does not prepare the economic survey, where it is prepared by the Department of Economic Affairs under the Ministry of Finance under the supervision of the Chief Economic Advisor. Next, I am covering the highlights of the important chapters of the economic survey. In this first one is India's economic outlook. Key highlights. This is the table which provides a snapshot of the current economic growth and outlook. First category is economic growth. This is the most fundamental measure of economy's health. In that, first one is real GDP growth in the financial year 2025, estimated at 6.4%. This indicates that the country's economy is expected to grow by 6.4% in the current fiscal year. What is fiscal year? Fiscal year, which is also known as financial year. In India, the financial year runs from 1st April to 31st March. This is the 12-month period is used for accounting, budgeting and financial reporting purposes. GDP is nothing but gross domestic product, which measures the total value of goods and services produced in the country. And coming to real GDP. Real GDP means it is inflation adjusted GDP. It represents the value of all goods and services produced within a country's border over a specific period, typically a year, but uses constant prices. constant prices from base year. This allows for a more accurate picture of economic growth and unaffected by price fluctuations. Whereas coming to nominal GDP, this measures the value of goods and services using current prices. Real GDP uses constant prices, whereas nominal GDP uses current prices. Formula to calculate real GDP is nominal GDP by deflator. Next one is real gross value added growth in the financial year 2025. GVA is similar to GDP but measures the value added at each stage of production. It also shown an estimated growth of 6.4% growth. It measures the growth of the country's economy in terms of the value added to goods and services during the production process. Value added during production process. In India, GVA growth is important indicator of a country's economy health as it provides insights into the performance of various sectors such as agriculture, industry and services. It also helps policymakers and economists understand the underlying trends and drivers of economic growth. Third one is real GDP growth forecast for the financial year 2026. It is projected between 6.3% and 6.8%. This suggests a range for the expected economic growth in the next fiscal year, such as financial year 2026. The projection is within a narrow band, indicating a degree of confidence in the continued growth trajectory. Fourth point is global economic growth in the 2023, which was 3.3%, and the global economic growth projection for the next 5 years by the IMF is 3.2%. Key initiative. This section highlights the government focus. The emphasis is on grassroots level structural reforms and deregulation to boost global competitiveness by improving efficiency and removing obstacles to business. Next category is global challenges. This outlines the risk to the economic outlook. These include geopolitical tensions like conflicts or strained relationship between countries, ongoing global conflicts, and risk related to global trade policies like protectionism or trade wars. Next category is inflation. This measures how quickly prices are rising, eroding purchasing power. In this, retail headline inflation. This refers to the overall inflation rate for consumers. It has been decreased from 5.4% in the financial year 2024 to 4.9% in the April-December 2024. In April, it is 5.4%, whereas in December 2024 is 4.9%. Next category is investment. This looks at how much is being invested in the economy, crucial for future growth. In this, capital expenditure. This is spending on assets that will be used for long time like infrastructure or equipment. Capital expenditure has been improving steadily from financial year 2021 to financial year 2024. It grew significantly by 8.2% year on year in the July to November 2024 after general elections. Next category is trade performance. This assesses how well India is doing in international trade. Global service exports share in this. India has the 7th largest share of global services exports, indicating its competitiveness in this sector. In trade performance category, next indicator is non-petroleum and non-germs jewelry exports growth. Even with global volatility, these exports grew by 9.1% during April-December 2024, showing resilience in non-traditional exports sector. That's it for this video. In the next upcoming videos, I will explain about the agriculture and food management key highlights, industry highlights, services highlights, investment and infrastructure highlights in the upcoming videos. If you have found any useful information in my explanation, please like the video and subscribe the channel Study with You Mahi, and don't forget to share with the others. Thank you everyone for watching the video.